Good evening, my friends. I wanted to come just at the beginning of the Love and Stuff show tonight just to express my profound sadness around the passing of our beloved Marilyn Nelson Hamilton. She's one of the seniors that was in our community, and she made her transition early this morning. She was committed to the Love and Stuff community, committed to uplifting the causes of love, being a warm, loving, and sweet woman. And I have fond memories of the many mahogany teakwood candles that she purchased for me and sometimes hand-delivered to me. What a tremendous loss to our community, to her family, her children, grandchildren, and all. And I wanted to take a moment to just express our heartfelt sympathy to the family in the loss, in the transition of a beautiful woman whose memory will remain with us forever. Our flame in our heart does not flicker for you, Marilyn Nelson Hamilton. And thank you for all that you've given and all that you've done. Okay, I am on Love and Stuff. I am on the late edition of Love and Stuff. I hope it's not too much light. I'm going to start inviting some folks to Love and Stuff. If you're patient with me, I am supposed to have a guest, and I am starting a little later than I normally would. But I am certainly inviting folks to Love and Stuff. So, if you're patient with me as we get started, I certainly hope to have my guest join me on Love and Stuff today. And it is a wonderful community of people, and I'm hoping that you will take some time out to listen to Love and Stuff. Appreciate you all coming to Love and Stuff, and I am just inviting some folks to Love and Stuff. I'm going to invite, hopefully I will get a good mix of folks to come on to Love and Stuff. Certainly have enjoyed having folks on Love and Stuff, and I hope that you will join us and you will share this with others to come and join us on Love and Stuff. That's a great place to be. And I'm almost done inviting folks, so bear patient with me as I do invite folks to Love and Stuff. So, almost there. A few more moments, and I will be finished inviting folks to Love and Stuff. All right. Okay, so Jared J. Boyd, my cousin, has joined us. Thank you. Keela Brentley has joined us. Thank you for coming to Love and Stuff. Corey Mildred King, my cousin, has joined us. I hope it's not too much light here. Michelle Ballard has joined us. Thank you for coming to Love and Stuff. I've been thinking about you. Good. My special guest has joined us. I'm going to have him swiped in a moment. Very good. Andre Green has joined us. Alberta has joined us. Thank you for coming back to Love and Stuff. Jerome Rutledge has joined us. Beverly Monique has joined us. Thank you for coming to Love and Stuff. Hey, Andre, I'm driving too. Terrell White has joined us. Thank you for coming to Love and Stuff. Hello, Michelle. So I'm going to swipe in my guest. I'm trying to figure out how to swipe him in. He's got to make himself available for me to swipe. Oh, I did. I invited him to. So I got to ask the guest to join me for Love and Stuff. Love and Stuff started many weeks ago, as many of you already know, and it's kind of evolved into a Love and Stuff community where we talk about love and stuff, non-judgmental forum and platform. It started with folks having discussion about their quest for love in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. There is my guest, Terry Littlejohn, Terry the King. Thank you for coming to Love and Stuff. Appreciate you, brother.
Problem. No problem,
All
my
right, and
brother. How you
Jonathan
doing today?
Robinson has joined us on Love and Stuff.
That's
Many
sure.
folks, okay, you got an audience in the back. All right,
Yeah, I got my
join
nephew
us
here.
regularly on Love and Stuff. And I thought I would invite Terry Littlejohn. Thank you, Pauline Peach Clark, for joining us on Love and Stuff. I thought I would invite him and get him in the discussion because in some of his posts that I've been recently seeing, he's been talking about really sounds like you're ready for a long-term relationship. Sounds like the women that you're coming across aren't ready for real relationship. Is that correct?
It's absolutely correct.
And so Terry, you're what, 30?
I'm 30. As of 9/11, I turned 30 years old.
30 years old. So tell me what the dating scene, because a number of us are in our 40s, some 50s, some even 60s. And so I invite people in the late 20s to tell me what's dating like, because now that you're 30, can you give me a comparison of what dating was like when you were 25 versus now? I will imagine you're ready for a different kind of relationship now than you might have been 5 or 6 years ago. So walk me
Um,
through that.
I'm gonna get out the lighting so y'all won't have the light in y'all face like like mine.
Right. I'm in the car, so the lighting is
No, you all right. Oh,
okay.
there we go. That's better. Oh, dating at 25. I was a lot immature, so it's a whole different scene from being 30 and 25.
Mm-hmm.
Which I was in a relationship at 25, but at the time, I don't think she was trying to grow where I was trying to grow to. So dating at 30s, whew, right now I feel like I'm dating the 25-year-olds when I'm dating 35-year-olds, and it seems like it's the same result.
So do you think you try to date older to get somebody who's more mature, or you really don't? It just depends. I mean, where do you go? Do you go places to meet people? Talk to us about the dating scene.
Well, I don't go, necessarily places to just meet people, but I go to lounges, bar. I'm a barroom instructor, so I barroom. I spend majority of my time in the casino gambling. But outside of that, I might see somebody that I work with or that comes in my job. For those that don't know, I am a dealer at Greetown Casino.
Okay.
Um, Outside of that, I barroom on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
I meet, a lot of people that like to dance and barroom, and you would think barrooming, brings maturity out of people, which it does. But
Mm-hmm.
when you get into the dating part, it seems like they're not on what I'm on, and I'm on a
Wow.
whole different level.
Okay. So Sonia Sharice has joined us. Patrice K. Bolton has joined us. Stephen Anderson has joined us. Welcome to Love and Stuff. So when you say you're on a whole nother level, I mean, you're a working man, smart man, industrious man appears, got other interests, ballroom and all that. What do you think is the issue? It's just a lack of quality women out here, or what do you think?
I don't want to say everybody is lack of quality. Some people, or some women rather, they don't have so many bad relationships or came across so many bad dudes, and they kind of hold the last dude to the new dude, which you should not do because you never know what you're missing out on. I say great qualifications of myself. I say I'm a hardworking man. I have two jobs. One that I can work when I want to work. I don't have to and still make some money. Two very nice vehicles. I have my own everything. I know how to dress. Um,
God
my the
fearing.
my yeah, most definitely God fearing. I'm a member of Triumph Church. Been there for like 5 years now. Um, like I said, my attitude and my respect for women is totally, utmost respect compared to, 4 years ago,
Okay.
now. So, so the things that I post on my page, it's just the things that I like. Some people don't like the things that I like. Some people don't like the things that I don't do. I don't smoke, never smoked a day in my life. I drink occasionally. Um, Certain shoes I don't like women wearing. I don't think, baby doll shoes is good for going out on a date. Like, I don't believe that you should be wearing that as a woman being 30 and 35. You
Okay.
know, um, some people, have a debate on it. If you've seen my last post about it, I had over 300 comments over just shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just one thing that goes with me. I said I'm trying to build an empire, and if you're not trying to build an empire, then I don't need you. I'm trying to, and building an empire don't mean, oh, you gotta have everything I got. No, we could build each other up. I might have something that you got that I don't have that I need to have. Regardless if it's building your character, building your attitude.
Oh, you froze.
Yeah, I had a phone call. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
building it, getting a nice car, getting a nice job, just you need to try to rise every year, and that's
All right.
it's crazy nowadays that women don't even want to cross 8 Mile. It used to be just dudes. Oh, I'm not going across 8 Mile, cuz now it's women. Oh, you stay where? 13 or what? Oh, I'm not driving past 8 Mile. And I'm like, what? Like,
Wow.
how old are you? You 34 with no license.
Wow.
That's I don't need that in my life. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So, and it ain't all women. It's just some. So I
Okay.
can't talk about all. Just the ones that I've dated, and I can hear conversations and see Facebook statuses, and I just say, wow. You know what I mean? Because if I was a celebrity, how fast would they be quick to jump in?
Right. So you think that they only migrate to thugs and celebrities? Is that what you think is a lot
Um,
of women?
it's it's so funny that um nowadays it seems like smoking weed and sagging is so cool. You know, um, from what I see, and mind you, I see thousands of people in Greektown Casino every day, and I see women that talk to these dudes, that's walking with these dudes. Like, look, his pants is to his knees. You ain't gonna tell him to pull his pants up, or you letting a dude approach you, and his hair is just like, really,
Yeah.
like, come on now, that shouldn't. What's your qualifications of wanting a man? How do you want your man to look? And you
Right.
should always want to make your man make you look better, and you make your man look better.
Right. Let me jump in and
But
introduce a couple more people. Rocky Harvey has joined us. Wendy Brown joined us. She says hi there. Lori Wesby joined us. Teresa Smith has joined us. Thank you. Wendy's saying, can you explain a little bit more about that shoes? Like you want her in heels all the time?
no, well, how you doing, Miss Wendy? Nice to meet you. What's up, Rocky? That's my cousin, one of my favorite cousins.
Okay.
And I see my mother joined us as well.
Wow. Great. Great.
Right. The shoe thing, Wendy, if you was to add me on Facebook or whatever, and um I posted like 4 different pairs of shoes that a woman should never wear on a date. And what I mean by a date, I mean a very nice outing to where it's a 4-star restaurant, 4 or 5 star restaurant. Um, it could be y'all going out, just in another scene, or how about just another state? I go to Canada a lot. I have no problem. Hey, you got a passport, you got an enhanced license, let's go to Canada. Let's enjoy yourself in Canada. And the 4 shoes that I put up, one of them is the baby doll shoes, which I think is like ballerina shoes, something that kids should, kids wear, or women wear to work. I understand that you got to work comfortable, so I totally understand that you wearing it to work, but not out on a date. That was one shoes. What's the other? The little sandals that look like sandal boots, like the little gladiator sandals.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Women 34 and 35 don't wear that to a date. Like we ain't talking about like an outing where you walking down Riverwalk. We talking
So,
about an actual real date.
so, so Terry, tell me what does that signal to you when someone wears a certain kind of shoe? What does that mean?
What it doesn't really signal it to me because sometimes I see them walking through the casino with it. So like I said, they might just want to be comfortable, which is understandable. It's just not fit for me.
Okay.
We can't. You can't get out of a Range Rover wearing baby doll shoes on a date. Like,
Yeah. Got it.
how that look? I mean, I'm not driving a Range Rover. I'm just saying, I have a
Yep.
very nice car, but how do you look getting out of a car with some baby doll shoes on and you 35, and this dude got on a nice 3-piece suit, 5-piece suit with some nice shoes on, hard bottoms on, and then you got on a nice dress, but then your shoes messed it up.
So what would you do if she walks out the house with baby doll shoes on? What do you do?
Oh
Do
man.
you race off? Do you say good
No,
night?
no, I would never. I won't pull off on nobody that comes in out the house. But I most definitely would request you change your shoes.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
because I mean, nowadays women look at the first three things women look at nowadays is they look at your feet first to see what you got on. Then they go to your face to see, are you handsome? Then they go to your teeth. That's the most three things the women first go to. So if a woman has the right to look at your shoes and then look at your face and look at your teeth, I can also have the right to, how us men do. Everybody, most dudes look at body than face. I'm a whole different person. I say I look at the face and then I go straight to the shoes. I need to see what you have on your feet.
Let me introduce a few more. Tav Cleveland has joined us. Kenneth Sabree, Adrian Green, Latisse Douglas. Cornelia Berryman says, who lied and told you that? Baby doll shoes in a range. What if she drives a Benz to work? Ma'am, please. What do you say to Cornelia? She's saying, baby doll shoes.
She said what? I didn't hear what she said. What'd she say?
She said, who lied and told you that? Baby doll shoes in a range. I think she means a Range Rover. And what if she drives a Benz to work? Ma'am, please.
Well, like I say, to work, it's a different scenario. You're going to work. You are being comfortable. Hey, if I could work in flip-flops at my job, I would love to do it, but I'm not allowed to do it. So you want to be the most comfortable at work. You know what I mean? Back when I was working for the city of Detroit, hey, I wish I could wear gym shoes instead of some Timbs all day long, and it's 90 degrees outside and I got to wear Timbs just to pick up paper. You know what I mean? But that's what the job is doing, and then you want to be comfortable. But we're talking about a date here. We're talking about a dating scene. We're not talking about, us just chilling at a hood bar or we in the house chilling, you walking around. No, we're talking about an actual date. How about taking the perspective of a first date? Would you wear them on the first date, young lady? If you wear some baby doll shoes on the first date, then I think that'll be the last date.
Wow. And Wendy says, what if she gets in the truck or car with her flats on, but of course she has her heels? Is that sufficient?
Yes. I mean, let's say women like to be comfortable. Some people, women, they feet hurt. That's all understandable. But I always say pain is beauty. Beauty is pain. You want to look good, and you know how women got to go through, the way they go through their phase, when they got to step out the house. And you got heels on, your feet hurt. And, men notice when your feet hurt. A real man at that. A man not scared to rub feet. Hey, we're going to rub your feet. If real men do. You in pain, I got you. I carry you if I had to at some point in time. I carry you right to the car.
Okay. So Willie Rogers has joined us. Wendy is saying, what's the guest name? It's Terry Littlejohn. It's Terry the King is his name on Facebook. Melanie Hobbs joined us as well. Thank you for coming to Lemon Stuff. Adrian says, what up, doll? Cornelia said, yes, this married woman is just going to listen because I fully disagree. Well, that's okay. This is a platform where you won't agree always.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, and I'm happy that you married. I hope you're having a happy marriage. But
and apparently he likes married, baby doll shoes.
Right, you married. You can wear baby doll shoes. He ain't gonna divorce you off baby doll shoes.
Right. Paul Bryan has joined. Thank you. Wendy says thanks. Andre Green says, bro, what about that petty? Do her toenails got to be on point?
Yeah, I'm here. That's so funny. Yes, I need her feet to be done. I need her hands to be done. You got some women out here that I have like 3 nails done on their feet, and then like one of them be chipped, and they'll walk around with it, just getting it done. Like you're about to go on a date. Like, come on now, let's be. I mean,
wow.
Yes.
So if she doesn't have a manicure or pedicure, is that a no or?
Well, no, it's not necessarily no, because some people, you might catch people at the wrong time. Some people actually, I just did this or I just broke a nail today, so that's understandable. But we're talking about if you see a person 2-3 times and all 3 times it was like that, then that's some of a problem. Okay. I ask a woman that I'm just talking to, just in a bar and be like, why your hands ain't done? I just ask just to see where you at and what you gonna say. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing wrong with it. Just like women ask, I think it should be more bluntness coming from both sides. Women should ask dudes about something and dudes should ask women about something. And that's how you start, if you want to form a friendship or real friends tell the truth. Hey, that don't look right on you. Hey, you look good in that, but you should change that instead of letting their peoples come out looking like who did it and what. I told you.
Got it. So Paul Bryant has joined
I
us. Lisa
10
Bradham joined us. Regina Jemison has joined us. Great. Latice Douglas says a woman should be polished. I get it. First impressions are important. So Terry, tell me, are there deal breakers for you? Like I said, you're working man, establishing yourself, building your empire. What are your deal breakers? Are there deal breakers? As a 30-year-old man, what are deal breakers?
You saying everything that I'm making my statuses. I called it the 3 C's: car, crib, credit. Out of them 3 things, I need you to have 2. You know, if you don't stay by yourself, you stay with your peoples. I understand. I've stayed with my mom before, so I totally understand. What you're going through, and it shouldn't. If you're trying to build, I always say judge a person by what they're trying to do. Don't judge a person on by what they got. So I'm a firm believer in that. So, if you don't have a car, if you don't have a crib, then your credit should be somewhat decent, and you should have a car. If you don't have a car, you should at least have your own crib and somewhat decent credit. If you ain't got some credit, then hopefully you got your own crib and car, because your qualifications are going off a little bit. And then you got some people out here don't even have a job; they just want to live off the dude. So if you won't get a job to make some money on your own, and you want to rely on a dude, I really don't need you, because we can't build an empire just with me working by ourselves. Nowadays, in this generation, you need 2 incomes, to be well off, successful, whatever you want to, combine and be. And it don't work with just 1 income these days. A lot of people want to live back in the day. You can't just live back in the day and say, oh, the man take care of everything, the wife and the lady just stay at home and feed the kids. And no, it don't work like that no more.
Okay.
New day and age.
One of our Love and Stuff community members, Latice Douglas, often says that the first date is or first couple of dates are when you meet the representative. It's when somebody puts on their best face or their best, they put their best foot forward. So how do you drill down past realizing that it's the representative and find out who the real person is? How do you go about finding the real person?
Well, that all comes with conversation. I believe in conversation, especially a man. He shows what he's really about probably within the first 5 dates. If y'all was to make it to 5 dates, you can tell if you're talking to a man or a nigga, or a young boy. I don't like to call everybody niggas, but that we have it like that. So you could tell what dudes just want the kitty cat, and you could tell what dudes is kind of serious. But some women just, so blind to the fact that the serious dude, because she done been hurt so much, then it happens. For a woman, most women, they really just tell you, what it is. Majority of the time, they don't really sugarcoat nothing, because they got the power. Women rule the world. Women rule the world. And especially when they get the thing between their legs, they feel like, hey, I can say whatever I want to say to you, because at the end of the day, I got another dude over here that, that want to talk to me anyways. So how you going to keep my interest?
Wow. Leonard Forrest has joined us. Paul says, hey, sir. Latice says, I expect him to be clean, neatly dressed, nails clean. Andra says, bro, talk about the body type you're attracted to. Run them numbers. Karen Lewis joined us. Leon Wilson joined us. Audrey Watkins has joined us. Nick has joined us. Andre said, wow. So back to Andre's point, he's saying, talk about the body type you're attracted to. Run them numbers, is what he said.
Okay, well, well, body type, we don't, majority of men like some men like skinny women, some dudes like thick women, some dudes like fat women. Some dudes like medium slim. I'm more of a meaty side type dude. 180 to 200. Nice body. Her stomach ain't gotta be super flat. You know what I mean? Long as it ain't hanging over like she got a pouch. You know what I mean? We all right. And then, like I said, I used to be in mad shape. I'm trying to get back there, but I don't really judge the body type. I could date a 300-pounder if she had the greatest personality in the world, with a cute face, and keep her hands and nails and stuff done, knowing how to dress. There's some women out here that's big that know how to dress. I used to be in love with Monique when she was big. And when she got smaller, I liked her bigger. You know, she just seemed much better than me, bigger. So, um, I'm really on the, you know, the look of the face, personality, you know, and what's your goals in life? And most people don't even ask that question no more. What's your goal? What's your goals in 5 years? When the last time you heard that question? You know, it's very, very rare that you hear that question. And like I say, somebody was to ask me that, I got an answer for them. So,
What if you meet someone who fits the physical characteristics, but let's say she doesn't want to have children? Is that a deal breaker?
no, that's not a deal breaker at all. I have no kids. I got 13 nieces and nephews. As you can tell, I have my all-star nephew over here is going to Wisconsin this year. 4 year scholarship
Congratulations.
to West, 4 year scholarship to Wisconsin for football. But like I said, I got
Congratulations.
13 nieces and nephews, and they my kids, all of them. I got a nephew that's 28. You know, he not my kid, but he my kid. You know, so I look out for all my nieces and nephews whenever I can. I support them and everything they doing that they did for me in my basketball career growing up. They came and supported as well. So kid is not a deal breaker. And if a woman have kids, that's my kid. That's my kid. You know, your kid is a part of you. So with that being said, you know, I got to take care of the household.
Now, what if there's a baby daddy situation? Is that a deal breaker?
What do you mean by situation?
Well, we talked about this on a previous show. Sometimes there's a familiarity with the baby father, and so sometimes she's not done with the baby father. Those feelings, that relationship. Sometimes the baby father is not amenable to there being another man in her life. So
Um,
any situation that would be a deal breaker.
I've been through that situation. Actually, you know, both situations. Actually, either where a woman still deal with the baby daddy, or the baby daddy's not accustomed to another dude being around his kids. That plays two parts. First off, if you ain't done mess with your baby daddy, then I'm through with you anyways, because obviously you're not over him, and I ain't signed up for that. The second part is if the dude, you know, is in their child's life and he not accustomed to another dude being around, or he feel like the dude is trying to be their daddy. You know, I'm the person that, hey, we gotta have a sit down and talk. What's up? Come holler at me. We could talk outside. We could whatever you want to do. We could talk. I'm not here to raise your kids. You know, I'm here for the lady, and the kids is a part of her. So at the end of the day, you know, the kids almost got, you could say they got two daddies. You know, I'm not their biological father. I'm not taking your duties over. You could still be the dad in their life and do what you're supposed to do as a dad. But I'm here if she was to ever need me, because I'm here for her and the kids is here with her. So I'm here. So, you know, now it's up to the dude. You know, you going to deal with it, you're not going to deal with it. At the end of the day, just don't jump stupid.
Okay. Let's say that she has, she's working, she's got two of the three C's, she's the right size. What if she's not God fearing? Before you answer that, I just want to announce a few other people. Ernest Evans has joined, Cardell Stafford has joined, Gabrielle Hawkins has joined, uh, Andre Green said, yeah, bro, blended. Kamal Williams has joined us. So to that question, if she's not God fearing, she got two of the three
Um,
C's, but she's not God fearing.
I've run across that one time and I did not know how to react. Um, I asked a young lady that I was dating, you know, go to church with me. And she was just like, no. And she said no so fast, I was like, huh, wow. You know, I go every Sunday. You know, what is it about it? Some people have their own reason on not going to church, but they still believe in God. So I don't think somebody say, oh, I don't believe in God. You know, I think that'll just be like, no. All right, you don't believe in God, I'm good on you, because God is what made all this happen for you, me, and whoever else that's living. So with that being said, I don't think I can talk to a person that's not God fearing.
Okay. Jay Burns says good stuff. Can you think of any other deal breakers that you would say? Because I think, if I'm understanding it right, you're 30 and you're thinking that you're ready for a long-term relationship to build to marriage. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so, are there other things that would make you say no? That would be deal breakers that you wouldn't keep going down a relationship road with somebody because you're heading to marriage.
Well, before the relationship, you gotta you got to build the friendship before you can even go to the relationship. So you put everything out on the table within the friendship. You know what you don't like to wear, what you don't like with this, what you don't like with that. So once y'all come to terms to an agreement, then you can start moving forward. And she might not like something, you might not like something. That don't mean y'all just stop talking or being friends. Y'all see what y'all can compensate for each other. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I might say, hey, I don't like that outfit. You know what I mean? I just don't like it. That don't mean you don't have to wear it. You can wear it. You know what I mean? But it's women that say, oh, I don't like what you got on. It's some women out here that don't like men that wear pink.
Mm-hmm.
I could throw on a blue and pink suit in a quick second and
Mm-hmm.
make it look great. But you don't like men in pink for some odd reason, then we got to discuss that.
Got it. Paul Bryant, repeat for him the three C's again. Paul Bryant said he missed that he was walking on the elevator. Three C's are
Oh, cars, crib, credit. Car,
cars,
crib, credit.
crib, credit. Very good. Thank you. Ashanti Bryant has joined us as well. Okay, so you trying to build an empire. You would have this special woman. Not too many deal breakers, it appears. So you said you really don't go any place specific to look. If you were telling other brothers on here or sisters where they should look for single people, where would you say, if you had to look, that you would look?
Man, it's single people everywhere.
True.
It's single people in church.
Mm-hmm.
It's single
Have you
people.
met single people in church that you've dated?
I've never dated nobody from church. Never.
Okay. Is that a no or it just never happened?
It just never happened. I would love to, if I met a woman that I go to church with and so happen to sit next to, and we just so happen to just talk before church or after church, you never know. But no, that's not a deal breaker.
So
But
wait now, Terry, you mean when you're at Triumph Church, you don't lift your hands and you're worshiping and you don't look around and see who's there?
oh no, I look on see who coming in. I
Okay.
am a man at the end of the day,
Right.
and lying is something I'm not gonna do. But I look at women in church and say, okay, she looks nice, you know what I mean. But
And,
I'm
and
not
do
there
you ever
for
approach her?
no, because I'm not there to try to get a number, and I'm at church, praising and worshiping the Lord. So that's like I could be at work and a girl with a big booty walk past. You look like, oh yeah. In church, I won't even turn my head to just look at a girl with a big booty because I'm not.
Wow.
That's what I'm not there for. I'm not there to
Wow.
look at booty.
That's awesome. Maxine McNeil joined. Maria Monroe joined. Jay Barnes says westernized women are done. They have horrible morals. Do you agree with that?
I believe yes. More people don't have morals no more. It's like morals is gone. It's really like I hate to say this, and some people don't like me when I say things like this, but nowadays you could buy a chick a chili cheese fry to have sex with them,
Wow.
and
That's an
it's
expensive chili cheese.
yeah, yeah, $3.18. Yeah, it's
Come on,
sad.
$3.18.
It
Wow.
is very sad, and that's not every. I said I'm not saying all women. I'm just saying, things that I've come across or things I've even seen.
Okay. All right. Rayvon Stewart has joined us. Rod Marshall has joined us. Jay Barnes says find a woman from another country. I don't know about that, Jay Barnes, but I hear you.
That
Patricia
that's my
Taylor has.
that's my guy Jay Barnes. He's been telling me to leave Detroit and find a woman so long. He been knowing me since I've been like 11 years old.
There's some great women in Detroit. For whatever reason, you're not running across them, and I'm not sure why. But it's some great women. It's some great women in Love and stuff. But there's some great women in Detroit. I really believe that.
Oh,
Uh,
and I most definitely believe it. And I see so many women, beautiful women, in the casino. Just walking past my table or something, and be like, man, what do you work at? Like, I don't see these type of women just in areas that I like. I keep hearing, oh, if you go to Southfield, some nice, beautiful women in Southfield. Or, go somewhere, in Rural Oak. Go somewhere in Ferndale. I done been to all these places.
in
And talking
Detroit,
about
in Detroit, Terry, go to the grocery store. Go on a Saturday morning.
see,
Go
well,
to a
well, a grocery
Miles.
store. Yeah,
Go to
well, a grocery
Miles.
store is it's okay, but I'm not in there at the grocery shop, so I'll just be in there looking thirsty, trying to grab every girl number. No, I can't do that.
No, you won't be looking thirsty. You go down the aisle, and you go down the aisle where the chicken is, and you ask, how do you make your fried chicken? That ain't thirsty.
Look,
That's not thirsty. I'm telling you, it works.
but I'm actually going grocery shopping tomorrow, so I'm gonna see who in there
All right.
tomorrow.
You got to come back and report. Patricia
No, that was
Taylor
funny.
joined us. Taja Crown joined us. Charlita McInnes joined us. Andre says, wow, bro, can God bless you with a woman from church like he blessed me? Yeah, he found this woman in church. Patricia said, wow. Tasha says, okie dokie, I came in on the chili cheese fries. Kamal says, so true. Coney Island. Were you going to say ho, Kamal? Wow. Jonathan Adams joined us. Wendy says, oops, he's at $3.18 chili cheese fry. Charlita says, yes, we are there. We are some great women. Yeah, Charlene, I'm telling you, some great women. I've
Yes.
been not knowing this guy since he was 12 years old. It makes no sense that this man can't find a decent woman. You have to leave the state. He doesn't have to leave the state. I think two things. I think timing is one thing, because he said that at 25 he wasn't ready. 30 years. I think that's how God does things. He lets you get your focus on what you need to have, and then it aligns with like focus. I believe like attracts like. Richard Mason joined us. Tasha said, that's right, Mark. There's some beautiful women inside and out Detroit. I know. Jay Barnes
Yes, they
says,
are.
where? It's some on Love and Stuff, brother. I love the grocery store and Home Depot. Marcus, Remy,
It's
and LaPo, the both
yes.
joined.
Yes, it's some great women inside of Detroit, in and out Detroit, the outskirts of Detroit. I'm not saying that it's not, you have some very beautiful young women and older women that's in Detroit. Um, my thing with everything is though, um, I shouldn't have to go out the state to find a woman. You shouldn't have to do that.
You don't.
Um,
You
you,
don't.
you,
I
you
think
really
you
don't.
raised a good point, though.
Yeah.
You raised a good point
But
earlier when you said earlier that so many women have been messed over by guys that they put up all kind of fences. It's all kind of situations why they aren't as open to a good guy like yourself, because they done dealt with 10 that weren't.
yes, and I believe as much as women try to say, "Oh, I'm not gonna," you know, use you or not use you, but put you in the same category as him because you're not him. It's still in the back of their mind. At the end of the day, they almost still hurt. They probably gave their life or their kids met them and their kids are still in love with that the last dude. And then you don't want to you don't want the new man to meet your kid because you don't want the kids to know too many people.
Right.
So it's a lot of different things, which I respect what women do,
Mm-hmm.
um, in that nature. But sometimes you got to realize, who's really there.
Okay. Marianne Satterwright Gates has joined us. Valencia Tate has joined us. Tasha said there's some beautiful women on Love and Stuff, too. I don't know if that was a plug, but okay, Tasha. Andre Green says, I think you're limiting yourself if you want to allow yourself to become attracted to a woman in church. I think what he's saying, Andre, is that he's in church focused. But I agree that, he might have to double back and go to Bible study and see that same woman or something. I don't know. But, yeah, you want to keep your options open, I think is what Andre is saying. What do you think about that?
No, my options is completely open. I could meet somebody in the strip club for all I know, which I don't
Okay.
really go to. But I
Okay.
mean, you never know where you meet somebody at. You can
Okay.
meet somebody. You know, I could be driving down the street down Greenfield, and somebody pull up on the side of my
You froze. I
vehicle, and
guess you
I
must be
could
getting.
just yeah. I could be watching. Like I said, I could be driving down Greenfield, and it could be somebody that just pull up on the side of me that's just got a beautiful face. Don't know what their body look like. You never know. You never know where you can meet somebody at. And my phone froze because a young lady just asked a question about your page, and she said you didn't ask me the question, so I'm retracking it. And she said, "Would having premarital sex be a deal breaker?" So to answer her question, because I know her and she don't want to have sex until she gets married. Um, she's a virgin. She's well over age, 20+ years old. She's a great college basketball player. And to answer her question, I think I want to say yes, it's a deal breaker, but we could be the bestest friends in the world. Simple fact, I know me, and I can't wait. 2-3 years without having sex.
How,
And,
how long?
and
How long can you wait?
whew, um, yeah, I really can't give a time to it.
Okay.
Reason being, let me tell you why. Um, you could be dating a woman. You could date a woman. Say y'all dating just 3-4 months, and a woman don't give you none for 3-4 months, and then she finally give you some. What if that experience is bad?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. The experience could be bad, but can't you teach somebody how to make love to you?
You can't. Oh, I'm sorry. I think at 30 plus years old, the teaching's over with.
Well, it isn't if you haven't had sex before, right?
Well, that's different. If you haven't had it before, we talking
Or
about somebody that haven't done it.
or you haven't had good sex before. So I mean,
Okay,
you're
okay.
open.
So
You're open
I
to
got another one.
learning. You're open to
I got
learning.
another one.
Hmm.
I got another one. So on top of what if the sex is bad? What if she don't smell right?
But can't she work on that?
I think for a first time, and women know when they about to sleep with you. Most women do the bathroom check. They go to the bathroom. You know, they do a little wipe down. They do some women say I'm gonna take a shower. But even after that, you still got some people out here that just not functionally smelling correctly. Or it's the same thing. You can flip both sides. You go on the male side. Hey, she might not like his size. You know, and women do that. So it's a waste of your time. You wasted 3-4 months of dating this man, and you found out he got a little 3-incher, and then you like, oh, I can't mess with you, and then you're gonna talk about him on Facebook.
I think that could happen, but I think you have to be open if you decide that sex has to be a part of the equation, and I'm not saying that it does or doesn't, but if you decide that, I think those things that you mentioned are things that they're small that you can get over. Um, a man can teach a woman how to, what he likes as it relates to her smell. A woman can learn that it's not necessarily about size, and she can learn pleasure and enjoyment with a guy that might not be as well endowed as she wants. But it takes you being able to take a very mature position about that, I think, to say sex is about pleasing the other person. It's about a mutual communing and enjoying. So I don't know about that. I hear what you're saying. I just wonder if those are kind of things that you could get over.
I think it's my situation with that's a whole different topic. We could have a
Okay.
topic another day.
Okay.
Um,
I'm
but
gonna jump into some of the comments real quick.
yeah, go ahead.
Jay Barnes says, "Man, I'm 43 years old. I had to leave sometime out, grow the city. Even Jesus had to leave his hometown to gain notoriety." I said, "Yeah, you're right. Jesus did, but I'm not sure that that's apples to apples." Tasha says there are some women that still have a heart to love, and the hurt has been healed inside of them. Okay. Jay says, "Man, you got to be careful with those church women. Usually they have a lot of baggage. That's why they're there. Me and go to church to get saved. Women usually go to church because they're running from." And I didn't get the rest of that comment. Melvin Gillespie joined us. Tasha says there have been men that have been hurt too that are still carrying the hurt. True. Leslie
That's true.
Fam Girl Moss says, "Jay Barnes, what are they running from?" Nick Jay Barnes, what? Valencia says, "You don't know if you've never waited." Jay Barnes, "That's not me. Why women can't go to be saved as well." That's true. Mercy. Man, all these examples you're giving as a black woman, you have to venture out and experience different cultures. That's not a bad idea. I want to hear from some of the other men and women about other cultures. Nick says, "I'm late, so let me hush and listen." Eugene Jordan has joined us. Leslie said, "Like what? What's up, D?" Adrian
Is that
says,
my
"There's
Les? Is that
definitely."
my Leslie? Yeah, that's my Leslie. What's up, Les?
Angela Lewis has joined. Aria Moody has joined. Roshana Porter has joined. So, Adrian, there is a subject, and our guest is the subject tonight because he's 30. Normally, we have guests that are in their 40s, 50s, older. I wanted to bring on a younger guest who has been talking a lot about long-term relationships and not finding quality women, which is how Love and Stuff started. People in their 30s, 40s, and 50s would always inbox me when they see me take pictures with different people and say, "Who is that? Who is that guy? Or who is that woman? Are they single?" And I'm like, well, I'm not going to put anybody out there, or I put a disclaimer out there. I'm not going to play Cupid, but everybody was saying there aren't available suitors out there. And so what Terry is also saying is there aren't a lot of available quality women out there. So that's why I'm trying to, I wanted to get a younger perspective because he's 30, just turned 30. And I wanted to hear from him and maybe some others about why they seem to be running across the same thing that the people in their 30s, well into their 30s, 40s, and 50s are saying, that there aren't quality people out here. I can't believe that the world is filled with all of these people and none of the people are quality people. It seems like, I'm just trying to get his experience. And Roshona Porter, Shoni has joined us. Jay Barnes says, come down here. I got you, man. It's women up here, Jay Barnes. I'm sorry. Gotcha. Thanks. Amber says, I'll be 30 in November. Amber Dior has got her hands lifted. And Nick says, whatever. Yeah, I know there are tons of women. The problem is, what I think is something that Latisse kind of consistently says in our Love and Stuff community. People are very rarely their authentic selves. And so you're never getting to know who that person really is. And so nobody wants to spend, like Terry is saying, 3 or 4 months to find out who you really are, for him to find out if you make good love. I think you can find that out after 3 or 4 months, but that's just my opinion. But people, men and women, aren't being their authentic selves, because until you are, you're not going to attract who you really are to you, because like attracts like. If you're not who you are authentically, that's not what you're going to attract to yourself in general. And so I think a lot of people, a lot of women out here are saying there aren't good men, or men saying there aren't good women. I don't know if people are getting the opportunity to really get to know you. Is that something that resonates with you, Terry, or not? Do you find that women say, are you hard to get to know?
Well, I'm nowhere near hard to get to know. I'm most definitely one of the most honest and bluntest people that you can meet. I'll tell you what I want, how I want it. It's either you deal with it or you don't. So it's so funny that I just seen Miss Amber Dior comment. That's another person that I know. She's a very beautiful young lady. From where she works, I know she has a good job. I'm pretty sure she has a nice car, or a car. I'm pretty sure she's, has nice credit. So if she was still on here, which I think she is, answer this question, Miss Amber. How long would it take you to make love or have sexual relations with somebody that you started dating today? How long would it take for you to sleep with that person? And most women these day and age, they're not really holding out. I think that's just my personal opinion on the too long part. Some people can go longer. Yeah, some people go in years.
So do you think you're just meeting a different caliber of women? Because most of the women, now welcome to the 30s, even though I'm in the 40s, but most of the women that are normally here in the 30s and 40s are at least saying that they're holding out. We don't know whether or not they really are, but that's what they're saying. They're saying that most guys want to just have sex, and they aren't looking for a real relationship, and they don't want to get in a sexual relationship with the guy unless it's moving toward long-term or marriage. And that's what a lot of women that come through here say.
See, and and that's where it goes back to the N word that I brought up in the beginning. It's a big difference between a man and a nigga. It really is. I don't even allow people to call me nigga. I'm not that. I'm a black young man. That's what I am.
Do you call other people nigger? I'm just wondering.
Me and my boys might be talking to each other like that. You know what I mean? But like a woman, she could never call me that. A woman could never call me a boy. I'm not a boy, and I'm not a nigga. A woman could talk to, hey, what's up, Nick? No, I don't do that. Or even at work, how people are like, what's up, my nigga T? No, that's not how you address me. And I'll check you right then and there. But yes, they most definitely, commented. Yeah, women really have they usually, really think most dudes is out there just to hit, which most of them do. You know what I mean? And I agree with I hear conversation from dudes and be like, wow, you know what I mean? And try to hit and pass you along. Don't care. You know what I mean? So, and then the bad part is some of these women get in their feelings a lot because they don't open themselves up to this dude, but the dude really didn't want you. You know, so now they like, oh no, I ain't talking to no dudes because of what this last dude did, but you never know. You know, so and then on top of me, you got some women that might think like I'm too friendly, or I'm like Amber just said, I think Terry is very friendly and he needs to travel more. I think she's meaning that I'm very friendly because just putting it out there, she's seen me, you know, out to eat with women, or and I might have been on a date, or there might have just been friends, old friends that I've ran across. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I think that's why she said I'm very friendly, which I'm really not. I'm really one of the people that's really not too many. I don't really mess with friends like that. So I used to be a firm believer in you know good friends, but now I'm over here like you might be lucky if you get two good friends out your whole life.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's so true. That's so true. Amber says she usually gives them the 90-day rule. Adrian says he has a question for you. Who or what influenced your overall philosophy on women and relationships?
Um, a 90-day rule is not bad. And then to answer Adrian, um, I don't think nobody influences me on women. Um, I think I go with my own perspective. Everybody don't like what everybody like. He might like something that I don't like. He might allow something that I don't allow. Say for instance a shoe situation. He might say, "Oh, it's okay to be, super comfortable on this first date." My thing is, if you was going for a job interview, when you go on your job interview, do you go comfortable, or you go out your way to look the right way for that job interview? It's the same thing as a first date. When you go on that first date, you need to dress to impress, and your first impression is your best impression.
Let's
And
talk
that's just
about that first date. What is the ideal first date to you? What's the ideal first date?
well, I'm gonna tell you the one thing a date. The one thing is not a date. Give you the one number one not a date scene ever. The movies. I hate when people say, "Oh, let me take you to the movies," and it's the first date. You can't get to know somebody at a silent movie. Y'all just watching a movie. It's not really a date, because a date you're trying to get to know that person. If I met you at this grocery store, got your number, hey, I want to see you tomorrow. Let me take you to the movies. I just took you to the movies. It's not a date because I don't even know you. I don't know your last name. I don't know nothing. So I think that's a bad date,
So
or
give
the
so
bad
give me a
first date.
good date. Give me a good date.
Um, I think a date is where you can have conversation. So I would really think a lunch or breakfast or dinner, depending on your schedule. Some over a counter in public, having a conversation, not going to his house, not going to her house. Dudes try to run game. Oh, let me cook for you, or you come over here. No, y'all go out, have a nice outing. Uh, if you can have an outing and then go from there, y'all can see each other more than just that one time a day. I could, if I was to take a woman out, I'll take her out to eat. And if I'm feeling her from just the conversation, I want to see her and she want to see me, we could meet somewhere and do something else fun. We could do bowling. You can go to karaoke night. Y'all could go to a comedy show. It's a lot of things out here that you don't have, you don't have to do to be bored, and a lot of stuff don't even take money. You can go karaoke for free. Y'all go in karaoke and have a couple of drinks, and you know that's another thing. I like karaoke and I can't sing. Are you that scared to sing because you can't sing, or will you sing just to have fun? I can't sing at all, but I'll give you some ooh yeahs all day long on the mic and make you laugh. And I think that's one of the things to a woman's heart is making her laugh. Make her laugh. When you make a woman laugh, her heart is happy. And y'all just have a general conversation on what y'all like, what y'all don't like, and then y'all go from, you know, not most days people don't even ask you what your last name is. and that's bad. It's really bad. Hey, okay, my name Amber. Oh yeah, my name Terry. Then y'all get to talking. The next thing you know, 3 months down the line, you realize I don't even know his last name. I don't even know her last name. That mean I don't want to say that mean y'all not really trying to get to know each other, but somebody lack of communication is lacking right there.
So when you
Because
take her out on that first date, does that mean that you pay for the date? Do you pay for dinner? Do you pay for everything included?
um I think all men should pay for the first date. Honestly, I think all men should pay for the first 5 dates. Um, I think in the first 10 dates, I think a woman should offer at least. That's just where I'm on. You not saying paying. I'm just saying to offer. It's 10 dates. There's nothing wrong with a woman saying, "Oh, I got this one." Not as showing the man like, "Hey, um, okay, she want to take this." So here go a question for you. That I had on this. I probably had 600 comments on this. So if you go on the first date and it went great, and the second date, no, the first date went great. Y'all had great conversation. Y'all went out to eat. Y'all had dinner. You had drinks. Y'all even went to a karaoke or a comedy show. You still had fun, and y'all didn't want to end a date because y'all was having so much fun, right? Now it's like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Ain't nothing really open that late. Casinos and Coney Islands and Lids. That's it. So y'all go to the casino and y'all chilling at the casino. And the dude gives you $50 and say, "Hey, go have fun. Go win some money." He goes and gambles. She loses the $50 and she comes back and asks for another 50. Mind you, this is a first date. She asks you for another 50. You give it to her. She wins $1,500. What should she give you? And
A
you'll be
good
surprised.
a good night kiss. Let me
Look,
add a few people. Pam
you'll be
Caldwell
surprised
joined.
on what the answers will be.
Pam Caldwell has joined us. Kenyatta Roxanne, Antoine Peak has joined us. Rashida is saying, what is the topic? Rashida, we're interviewing Terry King, who's 30 years old. Normally, I interview people that are well into their 30s, 40s, or 50s about dates and mates. And what Terry has been saying largely is that there aren't as many suitable women available. He's a hardworking man trying to build an empire, wants a long-term relationship and marriage, but there aren't that many quality candidates. That's the topic. Just wanted to catch you up, Rashida, because I know you'll have a fit if you don't know the topic. Kenyatta says that she will give $100. Kenyatta, you are
Oh,
fired.
what,
Jay Byron
man,
says, come to Miami.
catch a cab home. It's time to catch a
Leslie
cab
says,
home.
Leslie says half. Um, Adrian says, damn, looks like been 30 has changed a lot. It has changed. Who is Terry? Rashida, he is a guest. What do you mean? Jay Barnes says 700. You would give her seven? You want 700? One half? No, that's close to half. I don't think it requires that. Because if you gave the money, when you give somebody something, you should not expect something in return. So if they give you some part of it, I think that's gravy. Nick says, I'm giving 200. Okay, that's cool. Rashida says, I'm giving half. I don't believe you. Okay, I don't know what happened. We lost Terry temporarily. Great guy, maybe more. I give him half. Okay, we lost Terry temporarily. I got to find out how to get him back. What does he call suitable? Okay, that's a good question. I'm going to ask him as soon as I find him because somehow I lost him. Wait, what are the winnings? 1,500, Nick. What's the money for? I missed it. He gave somebody. I'm trying to. Okay, tell me how to add you. I'm trying to add you. Okay, it's adding you. The money is for Adrian. If you go to the casino and you give her $50 to gamble, she loses it. She comes back for 50 more, and she hits for 1,500. How much should she give you? That was what he asked. How much should she give you? Okay, Terry's back. I don't know about giving the prince. Jay, you gave her the money not for her to win. You gave her the money to enjoy. So I'm not. I'm not expecting for her to give me half back or 700 back. But that's just me. If I'm giving you something, I've learned in my life, a little bit older than you, Jay Burns, not much though, but I've learned in my life, be prepared to give without
Go sleep.
expecting to receive anything back. Find the sheer joy in giving what you can give. And if I don't get anything back, that just tells me, it might tell me more about her, but I'm not tripping because I didn't give her the 50 saying, what you win, split with me. That's just my thinking.
Okay. All right. So I believe the correct answer. I believe the correct answer should be, mind you, that's not just saying give it to them, but I believe the correct answer should be half. If not half, $500.
But now tell
Simple
me why.
fact. Look, get down, Dylan. Get down.
Tell me why the person should be giving half.
Because without him giving you the money, you wouldn't have never had that money. And then it shows the character of that woman. First of all, to come and tell you, hey, some women ain't gonna tell you that they won. Some women gonna hide it. You'll never even know that they won.
Yeah.
So it shows you the character of a woman on how much you can trust her right off rip. You know, imagine this is a first date, and she came by and said, "Hey, I want 1,500. You gave me 100. Here go 750 of it. Boom. You know what? You never know if the man is winning. Hey, what if I was gambling? I said I'm gambling too. She playing a slot machine and I'm on the tables. Say for instance I won 10,000. She don't know I won 10,000. She come and tell me, hey, I won 1,500. Here go 750 of it. I might say no. Keep all of that. You know.
Yeah.
Keep all of that. Then if you come to me and say, here go $100. I won 50. Here go your $100 back. I won 1,500. What? Like that should never be the first answer, $100 or $200. Because hey, look, well, take that 1,500, be happy, catch a cab home, or call one of your friends, come pick you up. That just ended drastically, and
Yeah.
I don't think a woman even say $100 or $200 after having a great day, and they didn't even want the date to end. I don't think
So
that woman would even say that.
I think you're on one end of the spectrum. I'm on another, and in the middle is Kenyatta, who says I would only give half of winnings if he was my husband. I wouldn't go gambling on a first date. That date was over back at 1 a.m. So I guess she's somewhere in the middle. Valerie Fulton Robinson has joined. Latasha Little has joined. Amber says, Terry, that was a real story that happened to you. Nick says,
That was
okay, I would give 500. I'm sorry.
There's nothing wrong. If 500 is fine, Amber, know that never happened to me ever in life because, like I said, I wouldn't even take a woman in the casino to gamble for a date. It was just a topic, and it was surprising that I heard, oh, I wouldn't tell them I won, or I'm gonna give them $100 back, but I'm gonna buy the rest of the drinks for the rest of the night. And I heard the $200, you know.
And I think it's interesting what Adrian says because we're probably almost 20. Well, no, Adrian is almost 20 years your senior. He says, I wouldn't expect to get any money back, but I'm sure the night and the morning will end well. Rochelle Paul has joined. Alvin Wilkerson has joined. Erlene Andrea Smith has joined. Thank you all for coming back to Love and Stuff. If so, what did she give you? Taja Crown says, would you give her half if you used your money and won 10,000?
No, it's my money. It's a whole different story.
Okay.
I'm giving you money to play. It's a whole different, story. But
okay.
I've had that. I'm a gambler, so I've seen things in the casino to where somebody gave somebody some money, and they blew up, and did not give somebody half or no even close to half. I've seen a dude borrow $30 from somebody and win $60,000, and out that $60,000, all he gave him was $1,000. I would never talk to you again in my life.
Really?
No. If I gave you $30,
he borrowed $30. You loaned him the money.
He didn't borrow. He didn't borrow. He just, in the casino world, they just almost like give it up because if you down and they try to help you out, but if you turn $30 into $60,000, there's no way in the world that you only give the person that gave you $30 $1,000.
Oh, I don't know. I think we just have to fall out.
No, I have no problem falling out because at the end of the day, you're gonna lose that $60,000 very quick because you're a gambler. They're gonna lose. See, we're talking about gamblers. We ain't talking about you. We're talking about gamblers.
Okay.
And you want to know what happened? He lost the $60,000 in 2 days.
Oh wow! No, I would have paid my tithes and paid some
bills.
bills.
He lost it in 2 days.
I got you. I got
and I
you.
would have never talked to you again in life. So you can never even ask me for $1 to get home. I wouldn't
Wow.
spit on you if you was on fire.
Wow. Nat Glover joined us. Amber's laughing. Any other race would say have. Well, I can't account for any other race, Jay Barnes. All I can tell you is I don't believe have. Kenyatta says Adrian is your nasty man friend. Yep, he is. Yep. Nick says, but honestly, I'm not taking any money from him like that, and definitely not going to the casino for a date unless it's to eat. Okay. What do I know? I don't gamble. Okay. I would never date a gambler. Okay. Amber says, Jay Barnes, seriously? Kenyatta says, I wouldn't take money from a man on first date. That's ridiculous. Okay. Alvin Wilkerson says, you're right. Adrian says, hey, Kenyatta, how's the paint on those walls these days? Okay, the two of you going to be banned in a minute. Tanya Coleman says, a gambling date is not a good date for me.
So I got a question. All right, so Amber says she would never date a gambler. Tell me, I've heard that before. Why wouldn't you date a gambler? I would love to hear that from women.
Some people think, Terry, that gambling is that people who gamble regularly have an addiction. Unfortunately, that's not a fair characterization, but I would think a lot of people think that it is
it's very not true.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
yeah,
true
I
at
think
all.
a lot of people think that, and that's kind of what I'm sensing from some of the comments. Taji even said a gambling date is not a good date for me. So some people think, but Amber said real talk. That's just how she thinks. But I think some people think that,
and that's her opinion. I have no problem. I just would like to know, why wouldn't you? You say it's not a good personality trait. Why wouldn't it be a good personality trait? That's what I'm not understanding. I'm a gambler. I play basketball. I'm a very good basketball player. I do it as my love and my hobby. And gambling is something that I get away from. I actually get away from all the BS when I go and gamble. Honestly.
But is that true for most gamblers, or is the general perception of gamblers that there is an addictive nature to it?
No, most people, not me. Some people gamble and lose everything. They don't have money for nothing, not for shoes, not for their kids, not for crib, not for their rent. I done seen it. I done seen people lose thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. At the end of the day, I look at it as, if my rent is paid, I have no kids. I'm 30 with no kids. All my money goes to me. As long as my rent is paid, I'm good. That's how I think right now until I'm ready to go. If I know about to travel somewhere, I want to go out of town, hey, I want to go take a cruise. All right, I'm about to save up some money. I can do that. At the end of the day, I got a roof over my head. I own my car. No car note. I'm good. So my thing with some women be like, oh, I don't like a person that gambles, but you would spend his money on the gambling winnings that he get.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like a yes and no thing.
Yeah. Let's go back to that date. Talk about you talked about the first date. How do you romance somebody on the first date? How do you romance her on the first date?
Well, I'm guessing by romancing you meaning, how to get a second date.
I mean romancing as if whatever you mean romancing to be. What is romancing at 30? Because maybe romancing at 30 is different than romancing at 40 something.
Well, I don't think you romancing on the first date. I think the first date is just really trying to get to know somebody. So you going with a good conversation.
Okay.
Some nice drinks. Not too many drinks. You ain't trying to get nobody drunk so they can feel a certain type of way. No, you want to go on good conversation in a public area, and you have a good time going out. And at the end of the day, if she like your conversation, you like hers, y'all make arrangements for another second date. And then you can start going further into detail and the dating scene at different places. And that's how you go about it with the dating scene on a first date.
So at what point, how many dates out do you start romancing? What is romancing? You froze. So why are you freezing?
With dating, you can send flowers to her job or put flowers on her windshield while she at work. She don't know you did it. Surprising her with things just because it's Tuesday, or just and that goes further down the line of dating. But I think that's the romancing stage of dating, because you're still dating, you're still in a friendship, not in a relationship, you're in a friendship, and you're trying to build to that relationship. And a lot
Do
of
you do
things,
you stop romancing once you're in the relationship, or
nope, that's
okay?
exactly what I was getting to. A lot of people stop doing what they was doing to get the woman or to get the dude, when you need to been still doing the same thing to keep the dude and keep the woman. It shouldn't stop. You calling a woman beautiful every day, or good morning, beautiful, have a good day at work, beautiful, da 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 da, beautiful, da 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 da. Then you finally got her, and you be like, oh, all right, Keisha, have a good day at work. No, that you got to keep her smiling every day. The same way you got her, same way you'll keep her.
Okay, I'm gonna double back to some of the comments. Aria says a risk taker and a gambler are two different things. Tasha says some gamblers focus on more gambling. I don't gamble, so it's not a good date to try and learn them. Adrian says, what's your favorite game, Terry? Craps, blackjack, slots. Amber says, if you got it like that, by all means gamble. But me, I'd much rather go on vacation and relax and enjoy each other and not waste money. Cornelia Berryman has joined us. Nick says, y'all talking service stuff. Oh, Nick, I'm sorry. Rashida says it depends on the chemistry, Marcus. Vonda Langford has joined us. And Cynthia Amaker has joined us. Aria, we're still talking about gambling. If you want to gamble and you have that much disposable income, then give out to me and let me learn to invest it better. That's a gamble. Nick says, yeah, that's too early for romance. Get to know them before you get all caught up. You may regret that early romance. But okay, what if early romance is because you feel this strong chemistry and passion, and you're head over heels, you fall in love at first sight? Does that happen?
I don't know about the fall in love at first sight. I believe you can like a person a lot in the first sight or first date. I don't believe the fall in love part. Um, I've had a ex, hate to say it, but an ex that I've met, and I've slept with her in 2 days, and we was together for 3 years. So you can't really say on the fall in love. I don't think I fell in love with her in the beginning. I wound up falling in love with her, and it just so happened didn't work out. And but I don't believe in the first falling in love at first sight.
Okay. Kenyatta says, I want to know what is a suitable woman for Terry. Is this interview only for younger women around 30? I don't drink. I don't gamble. I don't play video games. Maybe this is too young for me. I'll be quiet.
I don't smoke. I drink. I gamble. I don't play video games at all. Um, so a suitable woman. You missed the whole beginning of the the interview, but a suitable woman, like I say, I'm trying to build an empire. I need a woman to know how to dress. Uh, we talked about the three C's: car, crib, credit. Um,
And she has
we
to
know
have at least two.
you, yeah, you got to have at least two of them. I need you with a job. I can't have you out here just jobless. Now, if you in school, it's a different story. You going to school for something that I can, you can get a pass. So them just the first qualifications of getting along to where that can go.
And I think Kenyatta was auditioning. Just pray for her. Just pray for her. I get
No,
good morning, beautiful texts daily, Rashida says. Cornelia says, now that I agree with. What you do to catch them, you need to do to keep them. Terry, how long has it been since your last serious relationship? How long did it last?
my last serious relationship was with a woman named Josie. Um, I actually been liking her for years before she even gave me the chance. About 2 or 3 years. She finally gave me the chance. She pushed me to do a lot of stuff that I should have been doing. Everybody, not everybody, but some people have downfalls. I went from having my own everything and playing professional basketball to not playing basketball, out of shape, bankruptcy, had to move in with my mama for some months. And she's like, hey, you need to get your life back together, da 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 da. So she pushed me, she drove me, and we was together, I want to say, for 2 years, I want to believe. But in the process of her trying to make me get back to where I used to be, which is basketball shape, try to get on the basketball team, she had downfalls that I didn't know, like not having a license. So when I found that out, I'm like, hey, you 34. You need to be getting a license. You know, you can't be driving a car and you get pulled over and your car getting impounded because you ain't got no license. And you working all the way out in 14 Mile. You know, it's not hard for you to get pulled over. She didn't want to get a license, and then she didn't want to go get a passport, and she didn't want to take care of her tickets. And I'm looking like, that's not being responsible. I think if you're 34 with no license, I think it's something wrong with you. Unless you just got like driver responsibility fees that's just up the roofs. If you get tickets that's up to $1,000 and that's the only thing holding your driver's license, and you're not willing to try to get your driver's license, I think it's a problem. Because you could not have a job, but you could drive Uber or Lyft with a driver's license. That's a job right there.
Yeah.
Some Uber and Lyft people make more money than I make at the casino in a week. You got some people driving Lyft making $1,500 a week, tax-free money. So if you don't want a license as a 30-plus-year-old person, I think you got problems. That's just my personal opinion.
Okay. Ronald Foster joined us. Nick says, Marcus, I didn't mean it like that. That's how I read it, though. Aria says that can happen. Andra says, bro, what you drink, light or dark? Yvette Baldwin joined us. Jay Barnes says, why is our race so divided? This man shouldn't be single. You can't find a woman with a car in the crib. Jay says, why are 80% of black women not married? There has to be something to that. There is. Jay, my theory is that a lot of them have been, and Terry said it earlier, a lot of them have been so messed over or allowed themselves to be messed over, because I think oftentimes when you're messed over, you're a participant in it. You teach people how to treat you. And so I think a lot of women have been messed over, and so they don't want to open themselves up. They think that every guy is after them for one thing. Yep. And it might be 8 out of the 10 guys are, but those 2 guys won't get the time of day because of the 8. And
you are absolutely correct. And to answer, how many serious relationships have you had? I want to say I had, as a grown man, not a boy or a kid or a teenager. I think as a grown man, I've had 3 real relationships that all lasted 2.5 or more years, 2.5 up to 5 years. So, and Nick knows it's not a requirement to have a passport, but hey, whatever you want I want to travel. I could travel a whole lot. We go to Paris, we can go do a whole other thing. But you need a passport to go to some places. So with that being said, you need a passport. I'm not saying it's a requirement, but you need it if you want to travel. And I'm the type of person that want to travel.
Tanae Thornton has joined us. Kenyatta says, and I'm not auditioning. He is a baby. That's what some women call their men, baby. Yep.
See, and the thing that the correct Kenyatta on that right there. Remember, I told you, I'm not letting nobody call me a boy or a nigga. I'm most definitely about to let nobody call me a baby. I don't have a pacifier in my mouth. If anything, if I'm younger than you or much younger than you, I'm just a young black man. That's all. Not a baby. Not at all. I don't need a titty in my mouth with milk. I'm good. I experienced a lot of stuff. I done sold all my oats. I done played professional basketball. I done seen the groupies. I done seen all of. I done been around. I done traveled everywhere almost in the United States. I've been to a couple places outside of the United States. So with that being said, I'm nowhere near a baby. So just to clarify that with you, young lady.
Yeah, and I don't think she meant offense to you. I think Kenyatta just had.
I know she didn't mean it like that, but just being called a baby still is just like no.
I understand. Nali Atter has joined us. Thank you for joining. Rashida says, Kenyatta tisk tisk. Cornelia says, you absolutely teach people how to treat you, and many women and men do not have high enough requirements for their entire life, including their romantic relationship. I agree with that, Cornelia, but everyone, if you'll be honest with yourself, everybody seeks some kind of affirmation, validation, and love. Sometimes people will overlook some of the things that are their requirements typically because they want that love,
That's
unfortunately.
true. That's true. Another thing people has lost is standards. People don't have standards no more. And some people say, "Oh, you looking for too much," or "Oh, you want her to listen to you," or "You want a girl to dress like this." No, I don't want nobody to dress a certain type of, my way. A woman know how to dress. When she's going out, a real woman knows how to dress when she's going out on a date. Period. And it's not that, you know that's what I want when I'm going out. You make me look good, I make you look good. But it's a standard. You have to have standards. You have to have morals about yourself and morals that you want a woman to have. You can't be going outside and y'all go somewhere and she all super loud and ghetto, or she don't know how to talk, or every sentence got to be a cussing word. No, you can have a conversation with no cussing. You
Okay.
know, and that's the maturity level that you should see in a woman that's 30. 30 plus. You know, smoking weed shouldn't be the first option when you get off work. Hey, or I'm on break. I'm about to smoke some weed. And if that's what you do, then that's what you do. You know what I mean? But that's not the topic that I'm on. Oh, okay, babe. I'm about to go on the balcony and smoke, and whenever I get done, and I come and rub your back. No, that's like no, like
Okay.
no. But you need some standards. If you don't have standards, then I feel like you'll talk to anything with no standards.
Yeah. Nick says, okay, then a passport can be acquired. Rashida says, he seems pretty mature to me, good head on his shoulders. Cornelia said, yes, that is the case of not honoring your boundaries. Valerie Glenn has joined us. Thank you. Nick says she agrees. Standards have flown out the window. Ari says, I think men are more likely to close themselves off or go for the cheap thrill, especially if they've been married and are now divorced. Annette says, I totally agree with the standards part. Grown people should know how to act, dress, and just be grown people.
Yes,
Agree with
totally
that.
agree.
Agree with that.
Yes, Miss Moody. It's not just everything I'm saying is not just for men or for women, rather. I'm sorry. It goes both ways. Like a man should know how to dress. A man should know how to talk. He should know how to be a man. He should know how to take control. He should know how to open up a door for a young lady or an older lady or whatever. Even an older man. I open up the door. I see an elderly man. I still open up the door. It doesn't matter what gender, but as a man should know how to be a man. So all this stuff goes both ways. Like right now, I don't have a haircut, but I wouldn't dare pick up a woman for a first date with my hair like this. Like I'm going to get a haircut before I go on this date with a woman that I've never been on a date with. That's just me per se. Now, second, third date, I'm like, hey, you know what? Look, I ain't got no fresh cut real quick. My beard ain't trimmed, but we already know each other, so we good. But yeah, people know what they should and shouldn't be doing, and people know right from wrong. And then to get from what Jay Barnes was keep talking about, why black people don't stick together, and I think he has a point there as well. Us as blacks need to most definitely stick together more that we do not do, and we hate on each other so much. It's sad, you know. We don't stick together at all, and that coming from boys and girls, men and women in a relationship, or you got dudes trying to talk to your homeboy girl these days. It's no, it's no trying to make y'all help y'all stay together. Oh, skip her, skip him. We need to change that. And I most definitely agree with him on that. We need to change a lot of things that we do as black people when it comes to
Okay.
our community.
We're at 10:15, and I want to ask you if you can give us your top five things that you're looking at that you would say is wife material. What are your top five things that are wife material?
Oh, wife material. I'm gonna say not in order. This is not in order, but top
Okay.
five things that's wife material. Um, I'm looking at for me. I'm looking at personality. I'm looking at the beauty of the person. I'm looking at the job that the person have. Um, let's see, what's that? Three: personality, the looks, the job, conversation, and I believe probably goals. I want to. What's your goals in life? I need you to be a beautiful young lady. I need you. I need to see what type of job you have because I'm sorry, I can't wife nobody that work at McDonald's. That's just me per se. It's a job. I'm not knocking, McDonald worker. It's a job. It's a check. You know, I did the math the other day. If you work for McDonald's, you work and you make minimum wage and you work 40 hours a week, you still can make $20,000 a year. You know, it's considered low class, but hey, you got some people that work at McDonald's that's driving a 300S and got their own place. So you can't judge nobody by where they work. But I just can't have a wife that work at McDonald's. That's just
Now,
not per se not me.
now tell me why. Why is that?
Um, I need you to be making more than $8.50 an hour. That's just me per se.
Now, what if she lost her job and she just got picked up the first job that she got, and her goal is to get in school for nursing, and in 3 or 4 years she wants to be making nurses pay.
I have no
She got
problem with that.
she got goals, but she got a McDonald's job today.
I, I have no problem with that. She had a nice paying job at some point in time. We was together, and she wound up losing it, or something happened to where she lost her job, and then she looking for another job. And right now, McDonald's was the only thing she had to bring to the table because we got we had bills to pay or whatever. I have no problem with that at all because I know at the end of the day she's a go getter and she's not a person that's lazy, just trying to sit on the couch and live off me. So I most definitely respect a woman that does something like that.
Okay. Okay. Kamal
Um,
says one. You go ahead.
with that being said, that's part of the empire that I was mentioning. Um, it's a backbone. It's a spinal cord. You know, she's your spinal cord, and you are hers. So if I was to ever fall off, she should be able to. You know, she there with you when you up. She there when you down. And if the woman's there when you're down, and then you blow back up, oh man, like you can't want nothing more than that. You know, you don't never want to go down, but if you so happens to go down and she still stay there through thick and thin, with y'all not even being married, that's the person you want. That's the person you want. You know, and that's just the way it is. You know, you got a dude that's taking care of your kids and they not his, and he treating your kids like it's his. I think it's one dude that you should be looking at. You know, instead of be still thinking that he like your ex and thinking he gonna mess over you at some point in time. You know, throw that all the negative stuff out the way. You know, some things that I've heard some women say, oh, um, well, I don't want to do this because what if we break up, after this amount of time? Well, I think you're thinking about the relationship a little negative. You should never be thinking about if y'all gonna break up. Your relationship to be, to me, your relationship should be long term. Hey, the next woman I talk to, I want to be my last woman. That's what I want. It might not happen like that, but that's what you should want. The next dude you should be talking to, you think a long term, forever. Not, oh, we're gonna talk for 4 months or we're gonna talk for a year and then I'm gonna go with somebody. So you should never go in a friendship or a relationship thinking negative ever in life.
Okay. Kamal says he is our Are You Resilient? Who do you hang around? He has some more. Do you have goals and aspirations? How strong is your sex drive? He said that's the question for him. Kenyatta says she was making more than her husband when they got married, but the company went bankrupt and she lost her job. Homeboy wanted a divorce because he needed a wife that worked at GM. Joe Smith has joined. Thank you, sir. Adrian Green says, what do you do, bro? He works at the casino, Adrian. Let me go back. Nick says, yes, black men are always dogging black women and talking about, man, just try the other races. How about learn how to treat your own people and all people for that matter? If he disrespects his own and treats the other, make a point there. So what do you think about some of Kamal's? He's saying, are you resilient? Who do you hang around? Do those matter? Do you, how
Everybody,
strong is your sex drive? Does that matter?
um, okay. So, to answer, you said, is that Camille? Camille?
Kamal.
Kamal? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all I hang around is older people. I come from an older family. My older sister is 48. After that, it's 46, then 44, then it's me at 30. My mother is 64 years old. So I hung around all my sisters and brothers' people. So I've always hung around older people. So I always had, everybody say I got an old soul. Like I love R&B. I don't like rap. The jams they used to listen to, I know every last one of the words. The people I hang with now, they're all 40 and 38, 36.
Is that,
I
wait,
don't
hold
really
on.
hang
Does
with.
that mean that they're old, Terry? Are you calling
No,
40?
no, not old. No, I'm not calling them old. I'm just saying older. They
Okay.
just they have more wisdom and they experience more life, than somebody 30 and 28, stuff like that. So with that being said, that's who I hang around. Um, I'm very close to my sisters. Um, well, my older sister, that's the closest. I'm super close to her. And then my mom, I grew up with no father. I actually just met my father like 3 years ago. So with that being said, I hang around nothing but older women. I'm attracted to older women, and my sex drive is on 1,000. So I need a woman sex drive to be on 1,000. That's why I don't think I could do marriage before sex, no sex before marriage. It's a little hard for me.
Okay. What Amber says, look at Gucci and Keisha. She held him down.
That's reality. I don't really get into the rap stuff, so I don't know what happened with that. He also just made some type of status on Instagram said he don't require oral sex from his wife. He think that's disrespectful to her. And so my thing is he gonna get it from somewhere else, and now he be considering cheating on her. So I don't really get off into the reality and the rappers and basketball. I don't do all that. So whatever that is, that's with them. Some stuff they put on TV just for you to, you know, talk about it when we should be talking about what's happening in our city and what we doing in our life and not worried about other people's lives.
So Raquel said, can you date a woman who makes more money than you?
I most absolutely can. And I think Raquel knows that. I don't even know how she just asked me that.
I mean, it might have just been a good question to ask.
No, but
Aria
no,
says,
that's my cousin, and she knows I can date a woman that way more than me. The last person I just dated owned 2 apartment buildings, so she close to $1 million range, and I make nowhere near $1 million. So, most definitely I could date somebody that made more money than me. Period.
okay. Aria says, so no prenups then, right, Terry?
Cool. That's kind of hard too. I think I kind of believe in prenups, honestly. Um, Simple fact, you never, you never know what you're getting yourself into now. Some women talk to dudes just for the money. So with that being said, if you only talking to me for the money, you looking for a reason at some point in time to get the money. And you're like, oh well, I got it while I'm with him, but if he cheat on me and I divorce him, I can get half, and I have more money than what I had when I was with him. So with that being said, I kind of think it's almost like, hey, you come in a relationship with what you got, you leave with what you had when you first came. You know, that's what I kind of believe. If I got and I came in and I'm making $200,000 a year, and all you making is $50,000 a year, before you met me, that $50,000 a year was great for you. Obviously, you was living good with the $50,000 a year, but now you want to take half of what I got because we all of a sudden we divorced. I don't think I believe in that, and that's both ways. Both ways. I don't think if a woman making flip it. If I'm making 60,000 and a woman making 300,000 and we divorce, I don't think I should get half or partial of her earnings because of the lifestyle she helped me accustomed to. You just got to go back to accustom to your $60,000 life, which is not bad.
That's interesting to me that you wouldn't want half of that money, but you would give half of the earnings. I'm still stuck on the gambling. You want half of the earnings from the gambling,
No,
but you
I
don't
don't.
want.
I don't. I don't want half. I want you to offer half to five. I want you to offer half to 750 to 500
Got
on
it.
the gambling part.
But you don't want her to offer half of that 300,000.
No, not for divorce and then
Gotcha.
no, not that's totally different.
Got you. Okay. Interesting. Kenyatta says men talk to women for the money too. Yeah, that's true.
What that's very true. That's because you got women giving it up like that.
That's
Hey,
true.
let me pay you to stay with you, or let me pay you for you to be around me.
That's true.
Um, you got a lot of low self esteem women out here too now. It's way more than what it used to be back in the day. You know, back in the day, women used to be proud of who they was and walk with a strut. These days, you hear some women like, "Oh, I'm fat," when you really not fat. You only weigh 160, so you're not fat. You ain't gotta lift up your boobs and wash up all the sweatiness. You're not fat. You don't have to lift up your stomach to get to your area to wash up. If you look straight down, can you see both of your toes? Yes, you can. So you're not that fat. So I can't stand when people be 150 talking about they fat. No, you're not. But look, you're a beautiful young lady. Just if you feel like gain a little extra weight, then go to the gym. A lot of people complain about weight but never do nothing about it.
Okay, so we're at 10:27. I want to thank everybody for coming. Tara, I want to give you a chance for last words. Tell us, what do you know for sure about love? What do you know for sure about love?
Um, I really can't say, oh my God, Amber, you're not fat. Please stop. Um, I really can't say too much just about love like an older person could say love, you know.
Well, see,
It,
that's what I
it def-
want. I want a younger
what,
person's perspective.
see, well, like I said, my love means unconditional. Unconditional love. You love that person for who they are, flaws and all. Take every last flaw, and you care about them. You care about them. You love them. You love them. Um, I'll say it's not too many. I've seen other people relationships, and I'm like, oh my God, that relationship looks so awesome. I wish I could be in something like that. So you see some stuff that's just pure love. You see some people, you brag about your woman, you brag about your man. I got a coworker that just got married. He's been married for like 8 months now. He's totally in love. Like he talks about his wife all day long. Like, dude, okay, you got a beautiful wife. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. And I'll be hating. But that's love. Somebody that's with you through thick and thin. You got kids with somebody and that man is with you and them kids and take care of your other kids that's not even by him. That's love. So it's really just unconditional love to me. That's what love means. And you sticking your neck out for the person you love for, you know. And I say, love right now, I say like my family, they love you. You want that same love with a person that your family gives you. If I needed something, I needed it super bad, regardless of me gambling. My family knows I gamble. If I needed something, my sister, brother, my mom, somebody gonna find a way to say, all right, I got you. Even through the falls of me gambling, I could lose my rent one day gambling, which I won't do. But if I was so happen to do it, and about to get evicted, and but hey sis, I need to borrow $900. I'll give it to you in two paychecks. You know what I mean? It's some way, somehow, we gonna make it happen. And that's what love is. You dating somebody or you go with somebody and you say, hey, I need $40 for an oil change, and she be like, I got you. I ain't gonna give you the $40. I'll just take it up there myself and get it done. You start seeing that stuff when somebody really care about you.
Okay. A few more comments and I'm going to let you go. Carol Cole joined. Thank you. Andrew Porter joined. Adrian Green says a prenup is inconsistent with unconditional love. What do you think about that, Terry? And give me a second. I'm just going to read
Um,
these other comments. Same to you, Kamal. You better preach, Adrian. Denise Scruggs Caldwell joined. Requirements for being a husband or wife is inconsistent with unconditional love when you think about it. Okay. So what do you think about that? Terry, Andre says a prenup is inconsistent with unconditional love.
um, I mean, it's all an opinion. I'm not married. I've never been married or haven't never had any fiance. So things can change. I might feel like, you know what, I got her to the lifestyle. Now she accustomed to this lifestyle. She deserves it. She was a great woman. So happy, especially if it was my fault that we wound up breaking up. So it all depends. I don't know the situation with prenubs and what reasons people get them. I've never looked into it. Like, oh, people get prenubs because of us. People get prenubs because of us. I mean, but at the end of the day, we've seen situations, TV shows, movies, stuff like that. So that's just my personal opinion. It can change. I'm entitled to change. I'm entitled to my opinion. And just off what I know of prenub, then that's just what I believe in. Yeah. 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 Oh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Born again, saved by love, count my blessings from above. Though in darkness, have no fear. Light will shine on those holding near. They know that sorrow they will pass. For I know in this life there will be something. But remember that love, yes it will. Love will reign. Yeah. Love will reign. Yeah. In my heart, I believe it. Love will reign. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Have a vision. It's clear and plain. People living life, smiling again. Oh, see the children. They know no pain. Far from pressure, stress and strain. Oh, sorrow, they will pass. For I know in this life there's gonna be some pain. But remember that love, yes it will. I know. Yeah. Love will reign. Gotta believe it. In my heart, I truly believe. The sun will shine again. And love, I can hardly wait. In the light of the sun, we'll all be together. There'll be peace, peace, sweet peace, happiness and joy forever. Oh, yeah. One day, someday,